students, today's topic is French Revolution. Chapter number 1, History. In 1789, in the wake of early morning, the city of Paris was in a state of alarm. Rumors spread that the king would open fire upon the citizen. People started gathering and they started breaking a number of government buildings in search of arms. The commander of Bastille was killed in the armed fight and the prisoners were released. People hated the Bastille as it stood for the despotic power of the king. People protested against the high price of bread. A new chain of events began which led to the execution of the king in France. So let me tell you the background. In 1774, Louis XVI of the Bourbon family ascended the throne of France. Okay, so he was 20 years old and married to Austrian Princess Maria Antoinette. Upon his accession, the new king found an empty treasure. Long years of war had drained the financial resources of France. Added to this was the cost of maintaining an extravagant court at the immense palace of Versailles. Under Louis XVI, France helped 13 American colonies to gain their independence from the common enemy, Britain. This was added more than a billion livres to a debt that had already risen to more than 2 billion livres. Lenders who gave the state credit now began to charge 10% interest on loans. So the French government was obliged to spend an increasing percentage of its budget on interest payment alone. So to meet its regular expenses such as the cost of maintaining an army, the court, running government offices or university, the state was forced to increase the taxes. Yet even this measure would not have sufficed. French society in the 18th century divided into 3 states. Okay, and the only members of the third state had to pay the taxes. First state, clergy. Second state, nobility. Third state, they have big businessmen, merchants, court official, lawyers, etc. Peasants and artisans, they come under third state. Small peasant, landless labor and servant, they all come under third state, and they were the tax bearer to the state. About 60% of the land was owned by nobles, the church and other richer members of the third state. Third state had to pay the taxes to the state. Churches too extracted taxes from peasant, that is called tithe. Direct taxes were there, that is known as tithe, and a number of indirect taxes which were levied on articles of everyday consumptions like salt or tobacco. Okay, so the burden of financing activities of the state through taxes was borne by the third state alone. The population of France rose from about 23 million in 1715 to 28 million in 1789. This led to a rapid increase in the demand for food grains. Production of grain could not keep pace with the demand, so the price of bread, the price of bread which was the staple diet of the majority, rose rapidly. Most workers were employed as laborers in workshops whose owner fixed their wages. So that created subsistence crisis. And what is subsistence crisis? That is food right, increased prices and weaker bodies, scarcity of grains, higher debt. This is all subsistence crisis. So that's all for today, and today's homework is write the meanings of livery, clergy, tithe, tile and subsistence crisis. These words you will get in your NCERT book. Glossary part is there. Meanings are also mentioned in your book. Please write it somewhere properly. Learn them. Okay, that's all for today. Take care of yourself. Thank you.